Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's an all-you-can-geek Moviecast. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Hey,
hey, and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo, yo, yo.
I'm back.
Yep, Corey's back. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers. We are live right now at Twitch, Tuesday night, starting at 8 o'clock. Please join us for these live broadcasts. You can chat with us on the app here and on Twitch. If you don't get these live broadcasts, if you're busy, I get it. Same way. I listen to a lot of podcasts that way. YouTube has all the video stuff. You can watch us over there. Subscribe there if you're watching this there. We appreciate it. It helps us out. Also, iTunes, Spotify, we're all over the place and that stuff. So feel free to subscribe there. All right, guys. This is our movie cast. What have we been up to? I'll kick us off like I always like to here. We have we have a bonus round. You guys good for a bonus round tonight? Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. We have Daredevil. I was like, wait, we got Daredevil tonight. I watched Last of Us episode 2, which is a pivotal episode in the saga of The Last of Us. So I will say that as spoiler free as possible, because I know it's very new for people, and if you haven't played the video game, it's a big spoiler. It's not for me. That's not me. I don't know. That's not what I wanted from that character, from everything from game one. But yeah, I will give it another episode, and then I might be done with the series. So that's it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I knew it was happening, but I was like, I'm going to try to experience it, see if I like it, and then go from there. And I did not. I don't like it. That's not for me. Yeah, so overall the series has been a pretty cool start, but I have some gripes. But yeah, that's I think of note wise for like what I've watched. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, besides Daredevil, which we'll talk about in our bonus round, which I will say really quick, I definitely enjoyed the finale. Spoiler free for those listening right now. I thought it was great. I think we might have a difference of opinions for some of us. Mike didn't really appreciate it, I think, right, Mike? I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but no.
Didn't like it that much.
You didn't like it that
Kind
much?
of.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
it's
go in.
sort
You
of. Yeah,
can just give your quick impression because is that all you watched?
yeah, that's all
Yeah,
I
so then just
watched.
give me your, I'll go to the other guys after you. Yeah.
Yeah, I was more excited by where things looked like they were going the previous episode. And then this one we get some, I don't know, things that seem just kind of silly
Yeah.
and just not following through with where it looked like we were going um the previous episode. And then, I don't know, sort of just reversion of some characters and just some logical inconsistencies. I think it kind of like soured me a little bit on the whole series.
Yeah.
Well, not the whole season. Yeah. But
Wow.
I didn't
Okay.
like
I
yeah.
mean,
No, I mean like
we'll
it
talk
it,
about it
it
more.
just
We'll get into it.
contextualized things, and every time you can sort of feel the gears of outside of the fiction stuff going on, it
Yeah.
bugs me, and I felt that here a bit.
Okay. All right. We'll get into more. We have a bonus round coming up. Corey,
Mm.
anything besides Daredevil or?
Well, yeah, I've been out, obviously,
Yeah.
so I did get to have some downtime where I watched a bunch of stuff. I obviously watched The Last of Us episode 1 and 2.
And two.
Uh,
You loved it.
yep. Yeah, I mean, it's that the game is fantastic,
I know.
and
Listen,
they
I'm
are
gonna watch it. I'm
following
gonna
the
watch it.
storyline pretty closely, and
Hmm.
I expected it to happen in this episode. The
Okay.
events that people are talking about or were
Yeah.
anticipating.
Yeah.
They did add a lot to it in this episode, and
Did you like the
that
additions? Because I've
like
heard
it was
mixed.
neat to see certain things that are alluded to in the game,
Yeah.
but don't get shown because it's not pushing like the gameplay wouldn't make sense there. But in a TV show, they can do it. I think I would have rather it been more focused on the big spoiler of the episode. And again, we don't want to spoil anything, but this is an episode that you definitely going to want to watch if you are interested in the show,
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
people are going to spoil it all over the place, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you're gonna see it. So
If it hasn't been
it's
spoiled yet.
it
Yeah. So. Yeah.
the thing that happens drives a lot of what's going to happen the rest of the season, and so it is a very important episode. And what they do is, it had to happen. Like I'm glad they didn't make changes. because they definitely could have.
Yeah.
The way they did it, I don't know if I like it as much as that. The game, I think, handled it better.
I think the
Just
game
with
can
the
because
different,
you're more invested in that at that point.
well, it's just the way the characters are introduced in the game,
Yeah.
and the fact that we know more about a certain characters in this than we did in the game at the time. It makes it hit differently. So,
Okay.
uh, but yeah, any case, I did enjoy it, and I'm excited to see how they continue moving forward in the future with the series and how closely they stick to the game's material. But I also watched the Wheel of Time
Nice.
season finale,
Nice.
and that series is changing a lot. That is,
It's in its own world.
I
That's what I have to
there
watch it
was
like.
two major things that happen in this episode that do not happen in the books, and they are major changes, like
And it's okay
big time
still?
changes. And it's exciting because I'm like, again, I'm taking this as like it's not
It's his own
the Wheel of
universe.
Time,
It's his
the books.
multiverse.
This is a different retelling of this story. And so I'm excited to see because now I'm like, well, where are they going to go with this, and how are they going to handle that? And
Yeah.
is this, is anything that we thought is going to happen now? It's all open. So it's kind of like the remakes of some of these older games that we get, where it's like they're going to add a few things here, change a few of these other pieces here, rearrange certain storylines. It's like, oh, it keeps it fresh and exciting for players who've played it, but now, like its original form, but now we have a different re-implementation of the same characters and things. So, and if you look at it that way, this show has been very good.
Yeah.
So I'm
Cool.
excited because
I'm
the
getting back
changes
into
they
that
made
now. Yeah.
are really quite interesting. I'm
Yeah. I mean,
very invested in to see what they
I'm
do.
I'm far enough away from the book now to know it's hazy. So I wonder if like I'll be like, oh, I'm sure I'll notice those things. But like
Hmm.
overall, right now, when I'm watching these episodes, I'm like, I don't know where they've completely deviated from the book anymore.
Hmm.
I think I was more offended the first season. So, but now I'm
Yeah,
not
well,
less so.
immediately the first like you're like,
Yeah,
well, they changed this character
they
completely
changed the
and his
character
motivations and
entirely. Yeah.
everything. It's like, what's going on? And they kind of do that here,
Okay.
where it's like this this storyline is going to be completely different now. So,
Okay.
it's
We shall see.
exciting to see. Yeah, because it's going to give us a whole new look at what
A new turn,
this show is,
a
and
new turn of the wheel, like you
yeah,
said.
exactly. So
Um,
it's cool. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
and then Daredevil finale, just spoiler free. Your impression?
Yeah, I liked it. I think it was good, and it was what I was expecting. I guess I didn't necessarily,
Same here.
because we
Yeah.
knew like we weren't getting certain questions answered. We were gonna just have some more questions, I think, and that was the kind of finale we were getting because we already know season two is well underway, and I'm
Yep.
and happily gonna be
And
coming out
and
much sooner than
three's greenlit already, I believe.
yeah. So we will get a lot of those questions answered in that, I believe. So
Yeah,
I had no problem with it. I do think some choices they made with certain characters were kind of questionable, but we'll talk about that in more detail later.
sure, absolutely. All right, Tony.
But overall, I thought it was great. So
Yeah, Tony, what have you been watching?
Let's see. I think I mentioned just continuing on with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah,
That's a well-written show.
it's so good.
It's really
It's
entertaining.
so good.
And then we'll get to it in a few minutes, I'm sure. But stupid Star Wars celebrations this weekend happened, and it actually got me hyped for Star Wars again. I was like, God damn it! Like,
oh
why?
no,
Just a couple different things. Andor season 2. I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but that's premiering. The
Yeah,
Fortnite
it's
collab
tonight. Andor's
happening.
tonight.
Yep, yep. And also the announcement of Vision season 3,
Yeah,
plus the one episode that I really loved, The Ninth Jedi, is getting its whole own
yeah,
dedicated series
yeah.
next year. I was like, you know what? I haven't watched those since it came out like 4 years ago or whatever it was. I think it was during the pandemic. So I watched a couple of those key episodes that I really liked, and I was like, damn, yeah. Happy to see a couple of them are getting sequels, like
They're
the
all a
Duel.
lot of them are getting sequels. Yeah,
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 Duel.
a couple of them are getting sequels. So
yeah.
was pretty excited about that. And then Daredevil, I enjoyed it. I said last week, but there's no way that we were wrapping up all the loose
Yeah,
ends
you did say it last week.
this
Yeah, because
season in
I
one
was giving
episode.
my negative impressions last week. This week, I liked it, but because I think you set me tempered expectations. That's what happened. Yeah,
Yeah. that's the thing is like if I had this, if we didn't know season 2 was coming, and I
Mm.
felt like
Right.
there was a realistic way, I probably would have been disappointed. But I was like, okay, I know it's going to be a
Well,
setup.
Yeah,
also at the time, I expected it to be like 2 years away, like these tend to be, instead of one, which is
it's nice to know it's
better
coming
than I
next year.
thought.
Yeah,
But still,
I forgot to put down
I
news.
didn't expect everything answered. I didn't like the direction that or the focus. Like I wanted to see more of like two characters who were almost completely absent from this episode, aside from some silly flashback. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like we said, I think I forgot to put on the news already, but Daredevil season 2 is this Daredevil Reborn, born whatever
Season
it
2.
is going to be March
Born
of
Again.
2026. Born Again, thank you. It's going to be March 2026, the season 2. So we're only way. I don't think I put it on the news, so I'm going to mention it now so I don't forget it. So it is March 2026 for the next season of this show. So stay tuned. So it's only a year, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
but I think I'm not going to say everything was great. We'll get to it in the spoiler cast.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
overall, I really enjoyed it. There's some minor quibbles I have with it, but I think it did a really good job of establishing Fisk as on top,
who he is,
right? Like
who he is,
Kingpin.
yeah. The
Like,
Kingpin,
like firmly
the
secured
Kingpin.
on top,
Yeah,
where it's like,
yeah,
oh, like even the parts where it's like, oh, well, maybe those other people would keep him check. It's like, yeah, maybe not.
yeah.
And it's kind of like eerie how many parallels you could draw to real political climate
mm.
at the time being, which is like, oh, damn,
Yep.
that's
I don't know what you
yeah,
could be talking about.
yeah, no idea. But yeah, it was enjoyable, and I hope when we get season 2 next year, they just jump right into it, and Matt is pretty, I think, firm in his direction now and committed to being Daredevil again. So hoping
Yeah,
we get to see a lot of him in the suit next season.
I agree.
Mm.
So cool. Anything else, Tony? Yeah.
Oh, it'll be Andor for next week.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention before we get into the box office. Before I forget, Andor is a nice release slate. It's 3 episodes a week instead of just one. So they're doing it in 3 parts, which is cool. So we get the first 3 episodes of its what? How many
We do?
episodes? Yeah, tonight we're getting
We're
three
getting 3
dropped.
this week?
I thought we're getting three
Really?
dropped. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, I apologize for everybody listening, but I'm almost certain we get all 3 episodes this week
That's
for
crazy.
Andor. Yeah, Andor season 2 episodes. Um, I'm double checking it live. Yes, we're getting 1, 2, and 3 tonight, April 22nd, and then we get 4, 5, and 6, then 7, 8, 9, and then episode 10.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. I like that. I
That's cool.
like that style. I think that's
That's
cool.
like
Like,
a little
It's like a movie a
Netflixy.
week. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
think that's a cool idea that maybe they could use for Daredevil going forward, possibly, or some of the bigger shows that are getting a lot of excitement because you still get the conversation pieces in between the break, but you get more of what we pay for in terms of that different style of show. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think is a cool idea. That's why I
Mm.
mentioned it. Okay, I've got the box office. I had it open. I just closed it. Talk about the box office real quick because we have to. Because Minecraft lost finally at the box office. Sinners, which is a like low budget, not low budget, but pretty low budget, 90 million I think budget. Give it credit. That's low
We
for
can
these
call it low
days.
budget. We
Yeah.
can call it low budget.
Open to 48 million domestic. I mean, it's already above its budget worldwide. It's on my list. I got to watch this now. It's on my radar because it did so well. Like I got to check this out. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Ryan Coogler,
it's Ryan
Yeah,
Coogler and
absolutely.
Black Panther and
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever, and
Mhm.
Michael B. Jordan
Michael
Yeah.
B. Jordan. That's it.
and Kate
The,
Bishop.
the
What's
cast looks awesome.
Haley
Yeah,
Steinfeld
I
or
had no
something?
idea this was coming out really, but it looks cool.
Yeah, and apparently it's a unique thing where I'm vague on the details. I saw a headline, but I think in like 20 years or something, Ryan Coogler gets like ownership of it or something like that, or
Really?
like
So
it's
it keeps
some
the
really weird.
IP.
It's like a weird, yeah, it's like a weird new deal that they're making. That like the Buzz Click headline was like, studios are afraid of Sinner's success because
It reverts
it's
back to
putting
the owner.
power
Yeah,
back into the creator, yeah, the
yeah.
owner, stuff like that. So
Good for them. That's a great deal. And the fact that
yeah,
it did so well, holy crap. Yeah, Minecraft looks like it can do a billion. It's
it
possible.
might let get
Yeah,
there, might let
it
get
could
there.
do it. Did 40 million last week. Still a great weekend for it. Last weekend, it's up over 700 worldwide. It could do it. It's not gonna outpace Mario Brothers. That's not happening. But Minecraft taking $1 billion for a movie that's not very good. Give them credit. It's, I guess, supposed to be
The
fun.
thing is, it's not bad either.
It's
Like,
not.
this is
It's just
no
fun, right?
Borderlands by any means. But
Yeah,
Really?
it's
Are you
not
sure?
terrible. It's not train wreck, right?
no, it's just. I mean, it's what it's doing. It's doing fine. I
Fine.
think
Yeah.
the kids have fun, and Jack Black's weird antics hit well with the kids, and his
723.
songs are like my boys were constantly singing the one chicken lava song or whatever.
Yeah, it's been
So
popular with the kids. It's at 350 domestic. It's awesome. 723 worldwide. So, all right, let's get into some news. What do we got going on this week? We had as we mentioned before, there's the Star Wars celebration that happened. But first, I think I want to mention two other things. One's a rumor. One is a rumor, and this is not confirmed. This is nothing. We heard nothing else after this, but there has been a lot of whispers and talk about the Batman 2 actually getting canceled. What do we think?
I think it's very possible. I think that with the scheduling things, like I listened to you guys' episode last week, and you mentioned like scheduling, and Pat said, what is he going to take? Not take any roles? Like
Yeah.
he's got to
Exactly.
take roles, and I think there was a big rumor that he was going to be in Dune
Yeah,
Part 3,
he's supposed to be in Dune 3. Yeah,
and if he, if he's going to have. You can't just be like, oh, sorry guys, I gotta put everything on hold. Like at some point, he's gonna be like, I need a paycheck, and I'm gonna take this movie because
Yeah.
it's gonna pay me. Screw you guys. Like you had 5 years to figure this out,
yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
That's it. That might be it. And I think the studio's got to be getting tired of waiting. I feel like I feel like robbed though if it gets canceled because like I understand. First of all, we mentioned it last
This
week.
is
I
just like
understand
what
it,
happens
but
with
I feel
Batman.
robbed
We
by it.
never even got a Ben Affleck Batman. We're never getting
But some
good
things were better
Batmans
off
again.
just not happening. This one is not better off not happening. That's just my own opinion. My own biased opinion. But I think, yeah, and Telfate, thank you for chiming in. Would be also Telfate chimed in. Love Batman would be so sad, and that's the same idea. It's almost like bummer, like this was a hit for them that they just can't seem to get a sequel
Warner
going
Brothers,
for.
dude. Like
Yeah,
you have $1 billion movie in Aquaman and take you forever to get a sequel out. Like what did they
yeah. And it's
you
not
have
animated. Like I get animated movies take forever, but
right,
what's
but
the
like
what's the hope
you
here?
have a people loved what you put out with this new Batman. It was exciting to see the different things, and then you had the Penguin show coming to continue that Batman trend going, and then you just peter out and like what you don't even have
Yeah.
the mainline thing going.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's unfortunate. It's because it's just about momentum. Like even if the script is handed in today, like there's a tweet that says from who's the director slash writer?
Matt
Matt
Reeves.
Reeves.
Yeah, Matt Reeves. He's like tweeted it out. I just handed it in. Blah, blah, blah. It's like even if it was today, right now, we're April 2025.
Yeah.
We're not seeing it for a bare minimum 2 years.
Yeah, you're
I mean,
not
we
getting
already got
started.
announcements of its release date, and then got announcements of its delayed release date, and then
Yeah.
I think there's 2 delays it had.
You're looking right now,
Like
I
we did.
believe, summer 2027 if they get the script in now. Yeah.
Right.
Right? With
Right.
shooting it, post marketing,
Yeah.
stuff like that, yeah. Probably
2 years
May,
minimum.
April, yeah, 2027.
And that's if they handed in today, which
Yeah.
doesn't, I'm not gonna bet on. So the thing is like, and the way DC/WB is run, it's like I can imagine being like, you know what, just don't even bother, man, because
Yeah.
like we need to get like you can't not have Batman in the new continuity, right? Like you can't.
James Gunn's got he already put a Batman in his cartoon, so it's like
Yeah. So
you have to have one.
yeah. So
Yeah.
and I think that takes the long-term health of the new continuity takes precedent over another shot Batman. Because honestly, the thing is too is like it took how many years between the Batman and the Batman Forever 2? Like, what are you going to count on a third one at that rate? Like,
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We were doing bold predictions where this could just be folded into the universe, but now I'm like, maybe they're not
Folded
pressing
entirely.
for it because
no.
they got their own Batman in mind already at this
Again,
point. They
it's
have
just
to.
it's
You have to.
amazing that they don't like bounce or pounce on success.
Opportunity.
Like
Warner
you had
Brothers
a
best
almost
feature.
$800 million movie
Oh,
Yeah. What's
here.
that, Mike?
this was because it started as sort of like a side project back before in the pre-gun days.
Dude, the
And now
hype around this
everything is
movie when the
gone,
first trailer came out
and he
was
has no
ridiculous.
place for this.
Yeah.
He's got
And
no
as
place
soon
for
as you
this movie.
saw like the numbers like and projections, like fast track that, just get it started right then. That you didn't have to wait,
Yeah.
and you're trying to build a franchise. You didn't have this new
Well,
James
everything
Gunn
was
DCU at the time.
right. Everything was falling apart around them at that time.
Yeah, and
So
so you could have
they
built
weren't
a
doing
new
anything.
franchise around this character, and
Yeah.
they had a young actor. I say young, he's like our age, but like a young actor playing this character, where you could have had a movie out this year,
Yeah.
and then you
It
could
should
have
have
had
been
a
this year.
second one out in 2 years. Now
Yeah,
you're not going to
2027.
have a single one out in 2
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
it just you know the thing is like I don't want to sound like I'm defending Warner Brothers DC, but it's like they let Matt Reeves do like he's like I want to write this. It's like okay, cool, but like dude, it's a 3 hour movie maximum. Like
What's
even
taking
if you
so long?
wrote an hour a year, why is it taking so long?
Yeah,
Like you're
exactly.
not writing a trilogy here. You're not writing high like Oscar bait, right?
And I'm
Yeah.
We'll
assuming
get to
We're,
that
he
too.
we're
had
nice
ideas.
tie-in.
I'm assuming he had ideas for what this franchise and what the direction this character was going to go in when he was writing the
You would
first one.
think.
Yeah.
And he had a
Right.
TV
You would
show
think.
planned.
He had
Like,
to have a
come
plan.
on.
Like, you had to have a plan. I don't know. We'll see.
It's frustrating. It's
We'll know
very
more.
frustrating as a fan
If we
because
don't
I
hear
would have loved
anything
to see
like
more.
canceled by the summer, it's still good. But I think you got to wait through June here. I don't know. We'll see.
No. Here's the thing. It was because San Diego Comic Con is in the summer,
Oh, it's
as always.
July. Yeah,
If,
July.
if we don't hear something by then, I would just assume the worst.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
until proven wrong, just assume the worst.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. As Tony had alluded to, we have some news on the Oscars, the Academy Awards. So the Academy announces, this is breaking news, folks. All members must watch all nominated movies in each category to be eligible to vote. That wasn't required already? Like, really? So they could just vote whatever they wanted? Not even seeing things? What are we doing?
I mean, it's
It's
kind of
their
obvious, I
jobs.
thought.
It's their
It was
job.
like, yeah.
Well, I mean, it was obvious that was happening, but like to hear that this wasn't a requirement.
It was a
almost.
requirement. Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy. I mean, how are they going to police that? Like, did you watch this? Sure. I mean, but still, it's like, why do you have to make the statement right now? Like, what is,
Yeah.
did they vote for,
It's a
like, each
weird
person
thing
watched
to
a
kind
movie?
of make a announcement for because it could have
Yeah.
been just like, hey guys, just make sure this is a requirement. You didn't have
Yeah.
to like
I
make it
guess
a thing.
I guess they thought it was going to be a big win when they told everyone this, because that's how, out of touch they are over there.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I guess
Like
that
a good
is.
friend Joseph said, "Fuck the Oscars."
Yeah. Hey, he wasn't wrong. He knows what he's talking about. All right, guys. Last in the news, we got the Star Wars Celebration. We've got a couple things to talk about for that. They announced a new movie coming, directed by Sean Levy. He's Deadpool and Wolverine, starring Ryan Gosling. It's called Star Wars Starfighter. So Ryan Gosling got his
Sure,
movie
I'll
finally.
take it.
He's wanted to be in Star Wars for a while. That's been said.
Yeah,
Like, so that's coming May 28th, 2027. 1 year, almost a year after Mando and Grogu, the movie. So,
We'll
which was
see.
shown as well, but not much really for us to talk about there. But yeah, Star Wars Starfighter. I like the director. Not 100% gold from him, but the last movie was fantastic. So I think we're on a good trend, and it's exciting to see what we're going to get for this. Especially
I'm
because
just
I don't know
very
what it is.
skeptical that
Yeah,
any of this
but
stuff comes out
I don't know why, but
anymore.
Ryan Gosling cast. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm okay with this, and I'm like, I feel like that like people could be upset about it, but I'm like, I'm okay with this for some reason. I think it's going to give us something new. As Tony had mentioned on our what we've been up to and stuff, Star Wars Visions was announced, the third season for that, where you're getting, a lot of the sequels to the more stories from the second season. I think it was second season, right? Of those tales, as well as the Ninth Jedi. One of the shorts from season 2, it's being expanded into its own TV series, which is awesome. That one was fantastic. So that's exciting. That looks Star Wars animation has always been very good. Can we argue with this? Like, I think it's been very good.
No, it carried the
For the most
franchise
part.
through the dark years.
Yeah, Clone Wars is an amazing show, and Rebels was fantastic, and now this Vision stuff has been really good too. So
I'd argue they have a better track record with animation than live action.
Sure.
I think they do,
And
and it's kind of why I'm excited for Tales of the Underworld. So we're getting that coming as well, which is kind of like they did Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire. Now they're doing Tales of the Underworld, which is the bounty hunter side, and it will be Cad Bane, Asajj Ventress will be in it. So I think it looks cool. That's coming May 4th. That's coming very shortly. The other one they announced that's animated was Darth Maul Shadow Lord, which is his own show, being a crime lord, essentially, coming in
I
2026.
mean, we got hints of that in Han Solo's film and
We did,
never heard anything about it since. So
running the Crimson Dawn. Yeah, so we're going to see some animated Darth Maul stuff, which again, we
I have
just
to say,
mentioned.
that guy, the actor who does the voice for Maul, like he's like a true fan of Star Wars,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's funny
yeah.
because he did an interview, and they were talking about like, oh, how are these characters gonna act, get with each other? They've never met and stuff. He's like, what are you talking about? Like they met in episode 1 or whatever, and like this, and he like placed them in the
In the
spot in
exact.
this planet and
Yeah,
the location. He's like, that's where they met in the first night. Then he was talking to like Dave Filoni, and like he's telling Dave Filoni like these characters' backgrounds.
I mean,
Fuck Filoni.
Filoni, there's been a lot of chatter about he may not how understand Zahn's Thrawn. We'll see, because they also
Don't say.
they also talked about Ahsoka season 2. So they recast Ray Stevenson's character, who obviously he passed away, unfortunately, tragically. Roy McCann is going to be playing that character, which I'm happy, because when we watched that first season, I thought that was one of the best characters of that show, and like to not have them come back is obviously, it sucks. Like the actor passed away and it sucks, but it's like I really wanted to see what they're going to do with that story, and I'm happy that Roy McCann is going to take over, and I think hopefully in a similar style. He said he's going to try to do that, him in honor
He was the
him.
Hound on the Game
Yes,
of
he
Thrones.
yes, Game of Thrones Hound, for those wondering. Um, let's see. I don't know if the rest is anything. That's more about the gaming side of things. There's a last bit of news came out like today, actually, for Star Wars. A new Star Wars series is in production from Lost creator, one of the Lost creators,
Yeah.
Carlton Cuse. So weird that they waited till after the celebration to talk about this, but him and his and son Nick are working on this. Nick Cuse, so they're working on it. Who worked on Watchmen and The Leftovers, for those wondering. So that's coming.
Cool.
Hopefully it sees the light of day. We'll see. Hopefully it's weird, a little Lost style. He's worked on other stuff, obviously, as well. But I think he worked Jack Ryan, The Strain, which was a weird show. So we'll see. But yeah, so we got a lot of Star Wars stuff coming, a lot of series coming. Not much talk about movies, but we'll get that, I think, soon.
Nothing about the Ray movie though,
No,
which
but I
is
think
concerning.
it's Celebration Japan, so maybe they're going to do something more here.
No
And
Rogue Squadron either.
yeah, I do think we get that news this
Patty
year.
Jenkins movie.
Yeah.
So I think we get that. I think we get it this year still, but announced.
See.
But all right. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Moviecast, folks. So thanks for tuning in. Once again, we are live on Twitch Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. If you can't see the live broadcast, we're always on YouTube, so feel free to watch there and subscribe. It helps us out. That's going to be it for the Moviecast. Stay tuned for Gamecast and a bonus round coming up. Stay tuned. We will see you guys over there.